Good day, awesome YouTubers. It is Lollyman16 here again for another Dragon Ball Super discussion video. Today, I wanted to cover my predictions and really my thoughts and what we can really expect from the new Universe Survival Arc. From the get-go, it looks like it's going to be an epic one. The opening is going to be, it's already hyped. Genkai Toppa X Survivor, or Limit Break X Survivor, the new song, was amazing. I think everyone agrees that it is in some way or in some fashion better than Chozetsu Dynamic. And so I wanted to break down, what characters can we expect, what fights can we expect. So let's just jump right into this, guys. I'm going to make my prediction right now. If Universe 7 does win, and I actually think that Universe 7 is going to lose, that's going to be my prediction. I know in the last tournament arc, I knew that Universe 7 was going to win because of how Goku and Vegeta were basically sweeping everybody. But from the looks of it, from at least this opening, Goku's going to be fighting some really tough guys. I mean, there's guys from all 12 universes, so we can already know that one guy who looks like I've seen this on Twitter, he looks like a beefed up tournament announcer or like a Jocko on steroids. That guy is probably going to be the villain, most likely, of this arc because he's seen several times within the opening. So he's probably going to be a villain. And what we can expect from Goku, he's going to fight some tough opponents. So I think that Universe 7 might actually lose this one. And if they eventually do end up winning, they're going to use the Super Dragon Balls most likely to revive the other universes. I mean, I don't think there's any way that the other universes can be destroyed. So yeah, that's probably going to happen. I think the winners are going to have the Dragon Balls and make their own wish. And as you guys already know, I mean, who knows? Maybe we can expect some weird funky stuff. I mean, maybe it comes down to the final two universes, Universe 7 versus Universe whatever, and it ends up being that maybe there's a fluke in the tournament, but who knows? I mean, a lot of things to expect there. Fight-wise, it's probably going to be more like Z animation. I've been seeing lately through the comments people saying like the art, at least the artwork, looks more like Dragon Ball Z, and my thoughts on that, well, go watch AJ's video, Anime AJ. He does amazing breakdowns, epic breakdowns of pretty much every episode of Super. He does staff roundups, the animation supervisors, the directors, what happens in certain episodes, and why certain episodes don't look great, like episode 5. Go to his channel, he does all that good stuff. But essentially, it's not really Z artwork. It's just the same artwork, but different color palette and different saturation, and thicker lines and more art techniques, I would say, that the staff are using. So, but I'm pretty sure we can expect a stellar animation from this arc. I mean, from the get-go. I mean, the opening already looks freaking amazing. I mean, we already have Kenotsuka, guys like Naoto Shishida, and of course Naoki Tate, who do excellent work. They're in there for the opening, so we can expect them most likely for at least the climactic fights of this arc. In terms of characters, we can probably expect, of course, more of the Z fighters. I'm really curious to see how Android 17 is going to compete. We're probably going to have some training episodes before the arc begins, because obviously we need a kind of a refresher on what everyone's doing and how everyone is going to compete in this tournament. Now remember, guys, it's a Universe Survival arc, so we're really going to have to train up. It's kind of like I'm going to expect at least some kind of training, maybe like the training. I know we didn't really see it much in the Saiyan arc when they trained up for the Saiyans, Vegeta, and Nappa, but we can expect some kind of training there. From the opening, it looks like Gohan is going to be training with Piccolo again to get his mystic or ultimate form, whatever you want to call it. It's really, I like to think of it as, I mean, first of all, those two terms are complete fan terms, so I just like to use the term like the old Kai, special hidden ability unlocked for him, I guess you want to call it. But anyway, he's going to be training with that. That's going to be pretty epic. From Gohan, we can expect, I mean, it's Gohan, for crying out loud. We can expect good stuff from Gohan. Some fans might say finally, but, you know, I think we've gotten pretty good character development from Gohan so far. At least as a father, you know, taking care of his wife and his child. And we get some stuff in the Resurrection F arc, so we'll see where it goes from that. From Vegeta and Goku, we can probably not expect new forms, even though the form in the opening that Goku used is a little bit funky in terms of how he looks. I think it's just Kaioken. I really just think it's just a form of Kaioken, or maybe a mastered form of Kaioken, but who knows on that. In terms of the gods go, we can probably expect maybe not all of the gods of destruction and their personalities and the whole backstories. I mean, that would be cool if we can finally get a backstory to all the gods of destruction and the angels. But you know, Toei, I mean, it's been how it's always been. Sometimes they want to do a backstory and sometimes it's not. Sometimes the backstory is good and sometimes it's not. But you never know. I mean, Toriyama, I mean, he's been doing good lately. I really think so. He might not be in his prime like he was in the Piccolo Daimao arc and all the way up into the Frieza arc, I think. But it's still solid work, I think, from some aspects of the series, especially the Goku Black arc. That was some pretty stellar stuff. I can't wait to see what's next. And one final note before I get out of here: Goten and Trunks, at least Kid Trunks, we probably won't be seeing much of them, considering they're not in the tournament. We can probably expect some kind of training, but really not much. The only reason why they're not in the tournament in the first place, I think, is because they're kids, and we have to wait to see until they're at least somewhat to the end of Dragon Ball Z, when they're older, to see much more development from them. So again, interesting stuff here, but we'll see how it works. But that's kind of what we can expect. My predictions again, just like I said before, I think Universe 7 might lose. They might actually lose to the, who knows, maybe the final. Probably, if they're going to lose, they're probably going to lose to the final Universe competitors, who are really strong. And maybe it'll be like in the last tournament arc where they get cheated out of something and they end up being really strong. And who knows? I mean, great arc to expect. So let's hope for the best, guys. That's all I got. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay awesome, everybody, and have a good one.